Praise the Lord, everyone. Thank you for tuning in with Dr. Lesia, the Preacha. Okay. Well, I decided I'll just chit chat with you guys while I have a hole right here in my sweater, and then there's a hole right here, a bigger hole right here in my sweater, and it's a Neiman Marcus sweater, and it's a cashmere sweater. But I only paid like a few dollars for it. And so it's really soft. It's like very soft on the skin, right? Very soft. Like a pillow soft. Like you can go to sleep, right? It's so like, it's cashmere. But I only paid like, what, $2 at the thrift store. And it's Neiman Marcus, a sweater. And it has, pockets. It has pockets, a zipper, and it has a hoodie. It has little, cashmere soft strings. So instead of throwing away my cashmere sweater that's Neiman Marcus that only paid like, maybe $2 for, I'm just gonna, sew the hose and call it a day. But in the meantime, I want to talk to you guys about what does it feel like to be quote unquote alone? You know what I mean? Like to me, being alone means I don't have a husband, I don't have a boyfriend, and I don't date. It's been almost 3 years, almost 3 years since I've been in a committed relationship, such as being married, having a boyfriend, um, just being with one person, quote unquote monogamous, or things on that level, you know. So, it's been a few years. The first time in my life since, let's say, age 13, 14, you know, I figured, what do I have to lose? Giving my life a break from dating, being involved with men. What do I have to lose? I've been doing this thing since I was a teenager. What do I have to lose? So I took a break. And you know what? It's wonderful. It's wonderful. Now, does it mean that, that it's the best thing for everybody all the time? No, 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 no. Oh, okay. No, I would not recommend this for anybody all the time, you know, under all circumstances and stuff. No. Mm-mm. I had to get to this point. It's like a point that you get to. Ooh, I found it. I had to find it. It's so thin. See that thread? How thin it is. So I doubled it up. I just doubled it as long as I think I need it. That spot's not big. So I've taken a break and focused on myself, focused on my two daughters and 8 grandchildren that are alive. So, yeah, it's wonderful being able to focus on how many people? 11 people. I am 11 people strong. it'll never be just me. Never. So I decided to, you know, pump the brakes on my life. Take advantage. Take full court advantage of being divorced solo. Why am I, quote unquote, rushing into another commitment? Why? I couldn't answer it. I couldn't, I'm like, why? I, I could not answer the question. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just take some time off. Let me take some time off. Something just flew. Take some time off. And I love it. I love it. I like going to Most High alone, directly, and getting answers. Okay? Getting answers. So I doubled the strand to make it thicker. So I'm knotting the end. It's such a thin thread, you have to knot it so many times, so thin. Okay. And so then I go on the other end, and then I'm gonna thread it through. This is a really fat opening. It's very wide, and I should be able to get it in there. Sometimes you have to kind of wet the end a little bit. Is that it? No. I have to keep trying. But yeah, so I get to go to Most High. I did it, guys. I got it. I get to go to Most High directly, you know, without having to consider my husband. When your husbands, I have two ex-legal husbands. Even though I started dating in a serious way at age 14, legally, I've experienced two husbands on my journey. Both husbands today that I'm aware of are legally married to other women. I've decided I'm staying divorced. I'm staying divorced. I don't want to be married no more. I just don't. I mean, even though technically the world says that I'm old, black, and ugly and unwanted anyway, don't hold much value and all that, I'm like, well, good, because I happen to tap out anyway. Perfect timing that I decided that after 32 years of legal marriage, that being solo works best for me. You know, my whole challenge is to, just figure out how to care for myself. Care for myself. You know, but it's not just me. I have 11 of us, so when you have 11 of yourselves, it's like, whoa. Mm-hmm. So, figuring it out, guys. So far we're all still alive. We're still here. We're alive. And, We've seen some struggle days, but we've had some good days. You know, we've had some good ones and some struggle ones. You know, trying to reconnect as a family after being ripped apart is a challenge. Reconnecting after being ripped apart. So the past, few years have been just rebuilding mother-daughter relationships, rebuilding, you know, grandmother-grandchildren relationships after 32 years of marriage. So that's why it's easy for me to say, I'm taking a break. I'm taking a break. I put in 32 years, I think I can put in a break, y'all. I really do. So I'm calm enough where, I can sew holes in my sweaters and stuff. I'm so calm, you know. Whereas if I was still married, I'd be concerned about who he's sneaking off with, you know, who he's sneaking on his business trips when I'm not there and stuff like that. I don't have to be concerned about stuff like that now. It's wonderful. But when I needed to feed my kids, I did what I had to do. And every woman is different. Every woman decides for herself how she's going to feed her kids. Either she's going to put up with the baby daddy, you know, the way that she need to, or she's going to, work a job so that she can make all the choices herself while raising the children for the dads involved, whether one or more, you know. So, and then some women, mix it up, I kind of mixed it up. I worked part time, which I kept my resume alive while, you know, depending on him to provide for the family. But I did work part time. I just wasn't at home 100%. You know, that just wasn't gonna, be a part of my life. Being just at home 100%, you know. So again, it kept my resume alive, working part time. And working part time mostly at the kids' school as their substitute teacher and things like that. So keeping myself alive, but yet allowing him to be the provider that he sold himself to be. Okay. Church going man, you know, all of that. Okay, so that's one hole done, guys. Yeah. I'm gonna go over here and do the bigger one. Okay, you can never tell. You can't tell. Okay, cool. All right, so now I can cut it and start on the other side. Yeah. So yeah, so I get to go to Most High on my own independently. I get to make decisions that are best for me, my children, and my grandchildren without interference, without the possibility of it being the wrong choice, you know, with it being just me and Most High without interference, it decreases the chances of myself and my family of being misled, misguided, an additional 32 years. We can't afford any more mistakes. We can't afford it. We endured 32 years of leadership where we were abandoned so that they could marry someone else. Both times it happened, both marriages. So at this point in the game of life, my children and I can't afford for me to make any such mistakes. It's not within our budget. It's not in our budget. The family budget. It'll create a deficit that not even the next 2 to 3 generations would recover from. When I do my life math, which is a part of my eternal deficit of mankind theory. Yeah. Dr. Alicia, the Preacha, through Most High. Most High gives me, little bits and pieces of this eternal deficit of mankind theory. Yes. So, but yeah, based on my life math, unless someone come in very strong with specific intentions to do my family well and no harm, then there's no way I can take a chance, my family getting hit again, through me choosing the wrong person, or however you want to phrase it. My faith being, tainted faith. Tainted faith is expensive. You believe you're doing the right thing, but you realize you are not after you already committed and all up in it. Ugh. Like I said, 32 years of my life. Obviously to the wrong people. Caused my children and I harm. 3 generations, myself, my daughters, my grandkids, are greatly impacted by my 32 years of the wrong choices. So, but I'm here for it. I'm here with them. We're getting through it together. I'm explaining every step of the way. Like I said, some days are good and we're eating dirt the other days, as expected, we're eating a lot of dirt from my wrong choices. And then they have their wrong choices. We got to eat through that dirt too. It's just 3 generations of dirt eating that we have to, recover from. So, and we're going to do it. We're going to be all right. I'm here for it. They're here for it. So far so good. 11 of us strong. 2025. Whether good or bad. Did it go in the first time? It went in the first time, y'all. Yes. One more home to do. All right, so, if you're a part of my spiritual family, you relate to what I'm talking about. Whether you're a man or a woman, you relate. I'll pray for your family, pray for mine. We're just regular hood folk doing the best we can where we stand. You know, most people may not really understand or relate, and that's fine. Otherwise, I'm just entertaining. You know, why not, right? I'm just entertainment. Well, you all be blessed. Click like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I am not monetized on YouTube. Don't know how. Don't really want to take the time out to figure it out. It seems like they monetize you, throw a lot of money at you, and then demonetize you and make you jump through a bunch of hoops and stuff. And then if you say the wrong thing, play the wrong music or something, I don't know. It just seems like it takes a lot. So, but I do have PayPal if you want to just be a blessing to me. You know, it's up to you. My PayPal is Dr. Lesia, the THE Preacha, just like my channel. You all be blessed. Bye.